Zeno threatened everyone that he would erase everything after Goku threatened that he would eliminate all his friends. Vegeta lay down, losing the fight and unable to stand. As soon as Zeno thought about starting the step of destruction, an unknown being intervened. His light was bright in the entire area and made everyone in a state of shock, including Zeno-sama. After the situation stabilized a little and this being was revealed, it was finally revealed that he was a stranger and a person of a sacred race. The first person to shiver as soon as he saw this being was Zeno-sama, who knew the identity of this intruder, considering that he had been absent for many years. Vegeta wondered about the identity of this being and who he was in particular. Zeno answered saying that it was Zalama, the maker of the Super Balls, and that he had not appeared for a long time after thousands of years. Zeno-sama was confused about why the ball maker who was called Zalama intervened. Zalama said that what Zeno did was something unjust, and now things must be settled and he should be punished for this act. Zeno manipulated time and made everything now ruined, and he also killed Goku and his wife Caulifla in the past tense. Vegeta heard Zalama's words and was now certain that Goku had died, which made him shocked by this news that struck everyone like a thunderbolt. Zalama stood in front of him with Zeno-sama and suggested to him the idea of fighting to the death. The two went up to the sky was moving away from the area so as not to expose Zalama to others. Then the two fell into successive blows that were so fast that their punches exceeded thousands of blows per second. Everyone was contemplating this fight, including Vegeta and his new wife the Mother of Angels, that this fight was the strongest in history, as its effect expanded to a very long distance. There is no chance of killing Zalama. Because Zalama in short has advantages and high chances of victory, as he is hiding a secret that he does not want to share with Zeno, and this particular secret was related to another person. Zeno-sama knew that Zalama was hiding a secret, and he asked about it, so Zalama answered by saying that this secret is related to Goku, and that the chances of victory will increase. Zeno-sama began to doubt that Zalama was lying to them and that Goku was not actually dead. Zeno was filled with anger and thought ending the fight as quickly as possible because the strength inside him would not be enough for him to withstand any longer. Thus, he thought about directing many attacks and increasing his percentage of victory, but the situation always ended in failure because Zalama's strength is a strength related to the strength of the Super Balls. It is clear that he used with those balls in order to increase his strength and embody this form of his. Vegeta was contemplating this matter and was wondering about the source of this power because he could hardly believe what was happening. What he sees now is something beyond imagination, thinking that he was the number one, but he now sees something different because Zalama his level had exceeded the level of his imagination. Vegeta's wife suggested the idea to her husband that they must move away from the area, otherwise he would be exposed to danger, because his body would not be able to withstand. But Vegeta preferred to stay and watch the fight carefully until he knew the truth about this being and also knew the truth about his connection to Goku. After the fight developed to a great extent, there was a person watching this fight in another world, and this person we all know is the old man who was killed in the past and who had raised Goku after he fell into his time. The biggest surprise is that Goku was next to this old man, and they were both watching Zalama's fight from the world of the dead. Goku began to wonder about the specific time in which he should intervene. The old man replied that the time to intervene is a limited time, and that Zalama had allowed Goku to intervene except in imminent cases, but for 10 minutes. Only this is the deadline he gave Goku so that he can come back to life in extremely dangerous circumstances. Therefore, there was nothing in the fight that called for his intervention. What made Goku stay in the world of the dead and watch the fight until he analyzed the opportunity that would suit him? In those moments, the old man suggested to Goku the idea of training and fighting each other to test his level of strength after the two had been absent from each other since their separation in life. He thought of measuring the strength of the old man who trained on Zalma. Thus, the fight between the two began in the world of the dead and in an unknown place. The old man actually had extremely terrible strength. This old man was also trying to test Goku, as what he achieved was also something not to be underestimated while the two were fighting, and showing off the strength they possessed. The old man was hiding a secret. This secret is related to the Scion people. The old man received this secret from a sacred being who died millions of years ago. It is a secret that Goku did not know and no one knew from Vegeta's people and even his parents. The fighting between the two stopped for a while, then the old man sat with Goku and revealed to him this shocking secret, which is a truth that cannot be ignored and he must know it now immediately. The old Saiyan claimed that the Saiyan people did not exist in reality, but that they were just ordinary humans, but one day the mother of Zeno and her husband were the ones who ruled this existence, and they thought of spreading peace, and making this existence filled with only goodness and safety without any evil. Zeno's mother thought of rewarding a people who were living on a special planet other than Earth, and gave them a power called Kai. This power made them have genes different from others and enabled them to reach different levels, through which they were able to manage their affairs and protect their surrounding. Because some of them were serving in her private palace, but one day the time came when his mother Zeno would leave her kingdom to her own son. Unfortunately, after Zeno took over the position of king, days passed and he dared to erase his mother and end her life so that he could do whatever he wanted with this existence without his mother's interference in his own decision. Indeed, Zeno continued his rebellion and created evil in existence. Because of his childish mentality, he created evil in the hearts of the Saiyans and made them become colonial beings who appropriate the property of others. Goku was shocked, and what made him even more shocked was that this old man who now stood before him was in fact the first Saiyan who was able to reach the level of rulers, and he was in fact called Yamushi. But after he grew old and weak in body, he gave up training and lost his abilities, but now that he has returned to training with Zalama in the world of the dead, he acquired these abilities quickly because he knew the basics of his transformation and strength. Goku cried because of this truth that he received from the old man, and claimed that he must intervene now and kill Zeno and end his matter, but this is not the case. Rather, he wants to bring Zeno's mother back to life and give up his life for her only in order for her to return to what she was, and take her special rights. At this moment, Zeno's mother revealed her appearance and met with Goku. She had been hearing everything Goku was saying and was now indebted to him. She was proud of Goku and regretted that she had not known him since his birth. At this moment, Zeno-sama became subjugated and knew that he would not be able to win, so he decided to make his final decision, which would make him sacrifice himself. He claimed that he would blow himself up and that would make this entire existence explode and become ashes and scattered in the dark void. Zalama was shocked after hearing this, considering that he would not be able to stop the explosion. Its explosion meant the end of everything. Everyone trembled, but no, there was no way to get rid of it. If anyone got close, it would only speed up the matter. Thus, Zeno raised his strength remarkably and thought about killing everything. As soon as he did that, something shocking happened. Finally, Goku intervened and grabbed Zeno from behind and held him tightly with his fist, declaring for Zalama to launch an attack on Zanazma, even if that meant his death as well. Because his death for the second time after returning to life 10 minutes means that he will end up disappearing from the world of the dead as well. Meanwhile, Vegeta was watching this scene in a state of shock and did not understand what was going on. Vegeta shouted that he did not want Goku to die and that he had a lot to say, but Goku was at the time preoccupied with Zeno-sama's rulings and claimed that there was no time to talk, everything had to be over. This is how Zeno charged up his power and then thought about dropping it now and prayed to Zalama that Goku would not even remain in the world of the dead. Indeed, he dropped the attack and everything was over, and Zeno-sama evaporated. Even Goku. In these moments, everything has ended and the truth has become clear that evil will not last and that the truth is what will remain. All of Goku's friends cried after they were secured in a far place by Vegeta's wife, and Vegeta was also worried because he had not met Goku. He did not say everything he had. After the situation stabilized for a few minutes, Zeno's mother finally appeared, announcing her appearance to everyone. She also introduced herself and the reason for her absence throughout this period. Zalama offered her a license to return to life because this existence needs a king. She claimed at this moment that she would not in fact accept this offer, but she had a surprise and wanted to present it for everyone. This surprise shocked everyone. She reincarnated Goku back into life, knowing that he died permanently, which made Zalama puzzled as to how she did that, knowing that dying twice is something that will never bring its owner back to life. Here, she announced the fact that she was able to bring Goku back to life, given that she has this ability that she learned from her ancestors, but on the condition that this ability runs out once, and this is because once it is implemented, she will become the victim's place. She actually wanted to make him king in Zeno's place. Thus, Goku returned and everyone was happy. He met Vegeta and explained to him everything that happened. Goku also returned to his own family. Caulifla was convinced that Goku deserved to live with his family as he was after they returned to this time again. Goku became a king who runs this existence. At that time, Goku said to himself,